My name is Eurico Senna, and I am a movement practitioner. I focus on martial arts, specifically capoeira, and how that intersects with other types of movements. When I think about capoeira and martial arts, the first thing that comes to my mind is roots and culture. And so capoeira, I've had a difficult relationship with it growing up, and I didn't want to practice it because so many family members practiced it. But eventually, I got to a point when I got into wrestling, and when I got into wrestling, I was like, maybe I should practice more capoeira. And then so I did that. And while I started to get more serious about capoeira, it didn't exactly have the same feeling that I did with wrestling, I guess, in a way. And I guess what I mean by that is I didn't feel like I could be fully myself. And so when I eventually discovered what's called tricking, or martial arts tricking, which is a combination of martial arts, gymnastics, and dance, I started to feel ways that I could express myself more fully in the world of capoeira. And then later, I also discovered parkour, which is kind of like outdoor gymnastics, and then that further helped me to see the things that I wanted to see in capoeira when I was younger. And so, yeah, eventually I started to like martial arts, not just for their application of how you can spar and whatever, but like why, like what is the cultural significance of this martial art? For capoeira, for example, it was used to fight oppression. And so that was always, that's my mindset when I'm thinking about capoeira, is how can I liberate myself? And so that doesn't just remain in the context of the circle, which is called the roda in capoeira, but I like to expand that capoeira to use it outside of the roda as well. So the capoeira becomes more of a mindset, where martial arts becomes more of the practice. So the roda is a circle. It means like a wheel or a ring. And so inside of the circle, this is where the practitioners of capoeira, sometimes called caporistas, plural, or capoeira singular and capoeiras, plural. And so people that are practicing capoeira inside the roda, this is where they're essentially sparring. But it's not something that's just unique to capoeira. It's something that you can see in a lot of arts from the African diaspora. And so it's really just the space where energy kind of comes together. And so in capoeira, we use that as the space to kind of bring the energy higher for capoeira context, to lift everybody up, as opposed to like a boxing ring, just like last person standing. But in capoeira, you have a bateria, which is like it's like a band of instruments specifically for capoeira that provide the energy, and then there's people sometimes that stand around and create the roda, or the circle, that contain the energy. So if there's gaps or openings within the people that are creating the circle, that energy escapes and it leaves, and you can almost feel that within the movement when you're doing capoeira. So it's always try to keep the circle contained, the roda or the circle contained, so that the energy stays inside. Because whatever energy goes into the roda, the caporistas are going to they're going to transmute that energy into a conversation. But if the instruments and the people that surround the circle are not providing that energy, then what's happening inside will also not reflect that. But it looks like dancing because it has that rhythmic element. It's just something to fall back on. And when you have the element of the music and the rhythm, you can use that to your advantage to throw off your opponent. If you have good rhythm, good timing, then the martial arts becomes like dancing. And I don't remember the quote exactly, but Muhammad Ali says something similar about dancing and his footwork, like it's very rhythmic. And so when he's so on point with his rhythm that his opponent can't keep up with it, like that's Capoeira. The legacy I would like to leave in Capoeira and as a Caporista is one to just embody ourselves. When we can embody ourselves, then we will really truly be able to see what we're capable of. And I feel that the only way for us to truly embody ourselves is to connect to our roots and to our culture, whatever that means for you. Because if you have someone that's doing their thing great, that's gonna help you to do your thing great. And it doesn't even have to be the same discipline. It's just someone doing their thing with the conviction that they are doing it.
Ai, 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 mulher assim, senhor. Eu sou a mulher. Me trepacinha aí, senhor. Eu sou a mulher. Ai, 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 na terra da cintala. Eu sou a mulher. Capoeira de valor. Eu sou a mulher.
Good day! It's Mamba here, back at it again, y'all. Thank y'all so much for watching that video by Eurico Senna. Isn't he amazing? I mean, the tricks, them turns, them flips, the story. Yeah, I dug it too, y'all. Already. So, yo, subscribe to my YouTube channel, share it with the homies. Share, like, comment. You know the vibes. Oh, and one thing before I go, check this out. Look at these threads, yo. Fresh. The African print with the 90s aesthetic. Yo, if you want this, I'm gonna drop the link in the description. Diyanu is the name of the company. With my code, you get a discount. Check out their catalog. They have great clothes for everybody. Alright? Until the next one, stay tapped in. D&D 80 Productions to the world, y'all. Mamba out. Peace. Pump up the jam. Peace.